Blades for May 23rd. Your eyes are not deceiving you. The background is moving. May 23rd of 2021. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. I do very much appreciate it. As always, an error occurred. What is up with that? Let's see what happens here. Let me hit refresh. Make sure I'm working here. It's working on my phone, but I want to make sure you guys can see everything. Huh. Are you guys seeing anything on the screen? Because I'm not. I'm getting an error occurred. I can see your comments, though, so as long as that's all right. All right. Doesn't matter to me, I guess. I don't need to see the screen. I can see it on my phone, so... Cool. Welcome to Brews Blades. As I said, as always, sponsored by Indiana Knives. Go check them out down below. There is a link. You get 10% off at checkout. So make sure you remember it's at checkout. Some people kind of freak out and think that there's no discount, but there is at checkout. Also, our new sponsor, I want to mention, we have Knife Joy. You don't get a discount, but if you click on them, I get a little kickback, and it's pretty nice. They have a great selection, and they have some cool stuff. So very much appreciate you guys using that as well. So yeah, a few knives laid out here. So we've already talked about the Riot. We're going to talk a lot about this. This is not mine. These are loaners from my friend Bennett, and I really like the Slim Pickens. I really like this knife. We'll talk more about it. So yeah, but thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm going to open up my beer. Going plain tonight, kind of just a Bass Ale, but can't go wrong with a Bass Ale. Bass is good. Not sure if I should join you guys or continue watching Crocodile Dundee too. Well, he wins in the end, so spoiler. I don't know. I don't remember the plot of Crocodile Dundee 2. I know I watched it, but I don't remember anything about it. Everyone seems to be getting errors at the beginning of their streams. So yeah, it's weird. I know I can't see it, but I've hit refresh a couple times and just keeps giving me an error. But I can see you guys' comments. That's all I really need to see. So this is the one with the drug. There's one where he comes to America, right? Why do they always do that with like foreign movies? They always have to come to America. It's fine. You can stay where you're at. It's probably I like other places. You don't need to come to America. It's not like a thing you have to do. Bass Ale. Zach, you got errors today too. Yeah, it must be the tubes of you are just having a hiccup. They're too busy demonetizing people to make sure their stuff works right. No, actually, somebody already asked about the Talon side thing. Quite honestly, knowing the reasons, because he got the exact same wording that Metal Complex got. I love Talon's Eye. I've met him. Great dude. I watch his channel a lot. I'm honestly surprised it took this long for him to get demonetized, to be honest with you. There's a lot of gun content filtered in there. And YouTube has made it abundantly clear that they don't want that stuff. So you can't promote the sale of firearms in any single way. And even like his van videos, he'd open up the back and be like, and this is my gun safe, and this is where you can go buy that gun safe. That's promoting the sale of firearms. It is. You can't do that. Or firearm related products. You can't do that. It was. I'm not at all surprised. His video, I got why he was so mad, but he was still trying to theorize that maybe it was the knives. It's not the knives, dude. You do gun content. Like, it's obvious what it was, mate. It's just, yeah. Yeah, Robbie Timms, you're right. Talon Side was demonetized before. I'm surprised he got remonetized. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't need the money for the monetization. I mean, he's got other stuff going on. He'll be fine. Hey, Bobby Legs, how's it going, man? Super Chat is open. Do it now. I command you. Keith has commanded. You saw it. Yeah, Super Chat is open. Always appreciate people kicking a few shekels. Especially because maybe I'll get demonetized. I'm honestly not worried about it. I don't mean to keep talking about it, but people keep asking me about it because what happened to MC, now Talon's Eye. I'm honestly not worried about it. I don't do anything remotely firearm related. I don't have any links that I don't have complete control over, or at least know exactly what those people sell. There is another major knife dealer who approached me about wanting to uh, wanting to do an affiliate program. I said no because they also sell ammunition, and I just knew what would happen. So I said no. You just got to be really careful about your links to make sure there's nothing at all gun related for sale on those sites. Spud says, beware, it starts with firearms. Knives are likely to be next. I don't think so. I think that's a very alarmist attitude, and they're tools. I don't think so. They may start getting picky about automatic knives or something like that, but I don't think so. I did say firearm, but I said it reinforcing their own policies, so they have to be really, really wound up to be mad about that. But thank you very much, Zach Stuff. Very much appreciate it. Triple EDC toilet paper rolls should be in the over configuration only, you savage. No, I do the under. It just looks better. I don't know why you do the over. But Michael Morgan says, what about all those zingers, Brian? I don't know what you're referring to there. See, that may be alarmist, but not the wrong possibility. It's not the wrong possibility, but I just don't see it happening. I just don't. I mean, I don't think so. I'm not worried about it. And I would get warning signs. There are other channels bigger than me that would get it first. Like Nick hasn't gotten it. Birdshot hasn't gotten it. A lot of channels haven't gotten it, and I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. But if it did, it wouldn't end me. It'd be annoying. It would be a third of my income from the channel gone. But other than that, I got other ways to make money. It would be fine. You would just see me pushing out more affiliate links and stuff like that. That's all it would be. So thank you, Triple E, even though I apparently, according to you, hold the toilet paper. So the knife to the left is an Elementum that Savivi sent me. It's very nice. Little Father's Day present thing they sent to some of us with my name on it and stuff. It was really cool. And I had you guys ask me some videos. I did a scale swap with this. It came with wood scales. Here's the other half of it. It came with wood scales, and then I swapped the purple scales over onto this. I did a 33-minute long video answering all of your questions with great, insightful, long answers as I was maintaining these, giving all of the maintenance stuff that I used to work on knives. It was a great video, 33 minutes long. I hit render, said it was rendered, and then it just disappeared into the ether. I've never had that happen in 3 years, well over 3 years, 3.5 years of running this channel, and it happened. I've been using that app for like 2 years, and it just, like a fart in the wind, it was just gone. So I scale swapped these. I recorded it for you guys and everything. Even the raw, like 33-minute file just didn't even save to my phone or nothing. Everything was just gone. So thank you, Kinemaster. But I think it looks better like this. I wanted the wood one with satin blade to have something kind of gentlemanly looking, and then this will be a size comparison knife. So because it's black and purple and matches the channel and looks cool. And it's got my name on it. So thank you very much to Savivi for doing that. I very much appreciate it. MJ, was it difficult to swap? No, Savivis are super easy to work on. The only T6s are the pocket clip. Everything else is really well done. T8 screws. They're super easy to work on. Super, super easy. Hey, Evolved, what's up? All weekend is over. We still have a few hours left of the weekend. On the bright side, I have 3 bangers coming this week, and I'm stoked and can't wait. Cool. I have a couple cool ones coming. I think that Imperium, someone mentioned in the pre-show chat. I think I have this Imperium coming this week. I asked for one, and he said, yeah, I'll send you one. But he never sends tracking, so I never know when it's coming. And then also tomorrow I have an American Blade Works Model 1 V6 showing up, which I'm very excited to see. So. What's the knife on the far right? This is an Alliance Designs Mini Slim Pickens, which I don't think are available right now. This is a loaner from a friend of mine from Bennett. It is super cool. I really do like it. You'll see a video on this of some sort. I'll probably just do a regular review on this. And then he also loaned me this, which is a Riot Tribute, and the Riot Tribute is a fantastic knife. But this is the Crane's Cutlery exclusive. in Mokutai and green fat carbon and Damasteel. I'm just not going to say anything. Um, what what do you guys think about the way this looks? Not like the shape, but the aesthetic choices made. I have not recorded the video yet, but I've already entitled the video. Woman Knifer says, "Hope you never get demonetized. Thanks for all you do." Thanks again. Again, I'm not really worried about it, but yeah, yeah. I'm actually gonna do a little video of this. It's gonna be half a review of the Riot Tribute because you can't get them anyway. So it's not gonna be like a full review, but I think the title of the video is gonna be the ugliest knife that has ever crossed my table. Free State Fellow, thank you very much. Very generous donation. Happy Brews and Blades, everybody. Have some shekels pairing Sierra KT Sebi 31 with a Fulton Brewery Lonely Blonde. That's a fixed blade, I believe, isn't it? Color seems too much. Yeah, I think it's this is one of those things that if just because you can does not mean you should. So in a little group that I hang out with, and it's wound up making it onto a couple other channels because we're all YouTubers. I don't like Mokutai anyway on the best of days. I just don't get it. And when you put Mokutai matched with Damasteel, like, it's okay. But when someone has something that's really like Mokutai'd out and all Damasteel and stuff, I always say it looks like a sailboat because it reminds me of those pictures that you would see at the mall, those magic eye pictures where you had to look cross-eyed and the right way and it looked like a sailboat. So when I see knives that are all a whole bunch of stuff going on, I say, nice sailboat. It's just been a little catchphrase of mine, and it's made its way on other channels and stuff. But this doesn't look like a sailboat. I mean, on the water. It looks like a sailboat that was dragged out of the bottom of the ocean after a couple of years. But I just don't. I don't. I love the tribute. It's a great knife. But, yeah, Bennett's on here is his knife that I'm making fun of. But Bennett did not buy it this way. He got it used, so it's all right. Bennett is free of blame. But Kurt Anderson says, when are you getting back to comedy stand-up? June 3rd through 5th at Comedy at the Carlson here in Rochester, New York. I will be opening for my very good friend Mike Dambra for 5 shows in 3 days, and it's going to be fantastic, and I'm really excited about it. Triple ED sees that Riot Tribute is busier than Tom Brady during Super Bowl week. It's very good. I may steal some of your quotes for this for my review. Somebody said, so we should expect Crane's Cutlery to be a spot. I don't. Some of the Crane's Cutlery exclusives are really cool. They do some amazing ones, but this one I just don't. I don't get, and I don't like green anyway. So right off the bat, it has a disadvantage for me personally. I don't like Mokutai. Second one. Damasteel, it depends on the knife. But it's a great steel. But sometimes I'm just like, I don't know if I want it on there or not. But this is, especially this side. Wow, that's a lot going on. Nick Martino, my girlfriend and I will have to be there one of those nights. Can't wait. So awesome, cool. Well, come up and say hi. If we're allowed to do meet and greets afterwards. I don't know what the protocols are. Don't yell at me from the stage, though, I'll tell you that. But if we're allowed meet and greets, I'll be out there. You can come up and say hello. I'd very much appreciate it. Kubi, 2 of my Grail knives from Crane's. Yes, Crane's Cutlery does a bunch of awesome stuff. I don't want to bag on Crane's Cutlery, but I just don't understand that. At least the backspacer is normal? I don't know. Thing is louder than a group of drunk mobs at a comedy show. You're not far off, Guacamole. It's bachelorette parties are the worst. The worst. Let's see, the blowsters are plain titanium, the scales were carbon or something, but yeah, not Robbie, you're right. It's just if one thing. No, it would have to be on the handle. I was gonna say maybe if this wasn't no. This not being Damasteel wouldn't help it. If like this was plain carbon or this was plain tie, yeah, it would be fine. I don't like green, but that's a personal taste. I wouldn't bag on it. It's just I don't like green. It's really nice carbon. It's really nice Mokutai. It's really nice Damasteel, but all three together, it's just like, just because one can does not mean that one should. Is that Glow Rhino USA made? Yes, supposedly. It's kind of weird. So I've had this for quite a while. They sent it to me, and then I said, "Oh, cool. Thanks for sending it. What is the price of it? When's it going to be available?" I heard nothing, and now they're up on Blade HQ. They started posting on Instagram again. It says USA made. It says USA made on on Blade HQ. So I'm not one to argue, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got a whole good chunk of tritium on it. I do like the other configuration that's on Blade HQ better. They have one that's just all plain tie and an uncoated blade. I like the look of that one a little bit better. But it's not a bad little knife. I've had it for a while. S35 yen. A little pricey, but tritium. This much tritium costs a lot of money. So it's I think it's yeah. This is 225, I believe. But that much tritium, I know from like the watch world, tritium is really expensive. And gun world stuff too. You get like tritium, sights and stuff. But yeah, that and it glows. Mark Mole, how is Spyderco's S45? Other people can probably answer that a little bit better. I had one of the um, Sprint Run S45 PM2s, but I didn't really get a chance to use it a whole lot. Yeah, pointing that out in the comments helps out a lot, Keith. Jeremy L says, "So you think we will get a decent amount of news out of Blade Show?" Man, I don't know. The primary news I've had out of Blade Show is that companies aren't going to have much. So a lot of companies that I've talked to have said we plan on having this knife, but we can't get it's supply chain issues. It's not that they couldn't get stuff made. It's just with the lingering effects of the global bastard, they have not been able to get stuff. So yeah, I think there's going to be a whole lot of here's what we have that you can buy in 8 or 9 months. Ryan Gilbert says, "I heard news of Koenig bringing mini Aries." Yeah, I heard that, but then I've also heard that they're not going to have them done in time. I don't know. Knife Eclectic says, "I heard a lot of international guys weren't attending." Yeah, they can't. They can't get in the country, so without quarantine and all that stuff. So 138 Vicious, hope to see some Blade Show vids. I just don't think Blade HQ is making very good vids anymore. I have no opinion about that, but I don't. Eugene Kwan doesn't really do YouTube anymore, and he's not going. And I tried to go there and shoot some videos last year, and there was just no way. Or 2 years ago, whenever we had it last, I went there with the intent to shoot videos, and they're just too busy to do it. I don't think you're just going to see the usual Blade HQ videos. I don't know if they're going to do that. They don't have some of the main cornerstones of the people that did those aren't going to be around anymore. So I don't even know. Scott sees a few knives I'm waiting on a run of. Shaman and Malibu, like a bazillion other people too. Nav Sergeant says, "Guess that means West will be the one to go to." That's the one I'm going to, Nav Sergeant. I will absolutely 100% be there. Not going to this one because, as you could tell, if you watched earlier, somebody asked when I have my next gigs. I have a stand-up gig that weekend, so not going to Blade Show. Ryan Gilbert, are there any Blade shows close to the England area? No, it's just Atlanta and LA now. The West Coast one just moved there. Jimmy Russell just got a Malibu yesterday. Congratulations. And at Blade Show West, if you guys are West Coast, you want to see do stand up, I am working to try and get a comedy venue the night before Blade Show West starts properly. So, like, I think it's a Thursday night. Hopefully, I think I found a little 150 seater that's like 10-15 minutes away from the Blade Show venue. So I'll do a stand up show then. So you guys can all come out and watch me do a stand up show the night before. I planned on doing that at Blade Show last year. I had a venue all set. Everything was all set to go, and then obviously it didn't happen. And then this year I can't make it. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do a little one nighter out there in Los Angeles. I'm probably going out a week early, honestly, to do some stand up before Blade Show West. Zach stuff. I'll be there to watch and heckle. Do not heckle. It is rude. And if you do, I am not nice. Jeremy always says to me, goal to go to East next year. I'll be at East next year. It's just this year I had to make the decision 2 months ago, and with the virus and stuff, I just didn't know what the situation was going to be there. So I just didn't. I didn't. I didn't know which one to pick, and I figured it was more likely that my stand up gig would happen than it was that Blade Show would happen. So I chose the stand up gig. I had to commit, and I was screwed. Tom Kinchy, Evil Brian comes out. No, Brian trying to do his job comes out. So, Vampire, so 100% go to your stand-up show. Yeah, I'd love it. Everybody comes out. It's going to be fun. I had it all planned out for Blade Show last year. It's going to be great. I had a little 200-seater. It was going to be awesome. I was really excited. I was pretty sure I could sell it out the night before Blade Show. I was pretty happy. And because I'd rather get, the problem is like in LA is like a lot of the venues are pretty big, and I'd rather have a 150-seater that was sold out than have a 300-seater that was, a third full. Michael says, I've never been to a show. Can you buy knives there? And are the prices fair, marked up? Michael, depends. Some of them are cheaper at the show. They do exclusives you can only buy at the show. Some places sell, some places don't. It depends on the manufacturer. But yes, if you walk in, you can definitely buy knives at Blade Show. A lot of them. A lot of them. How do I like the mini Slim Pickens? It's pretty darn cool. Like I said, unfortunately, it's not mine. Ergonomically, it's not perfect for me. I can kind of feel it. I'm always really picky about this area of the knife, and I can kind of feel it digging in my hand a little bit. But other than that, great blade, nice hollow grind. The action on it is stupidly good. It makes a fantastic noise. It's really cool. This one has the second detent removed, so you can do that. I've not bothered to put it back in and probably will not. Robbie Timms is like, being a band, it's fun to play bigger venues, but when you can only sell 200 tickets, 2,000 cap venue looks really bad. Yeah, it is that, Rob. No, it's just, yeah, I mean, sometimes you get surprised, and I've sold out places that I never thought I'd sell out, but it's still, I don't like to take my chances. I guess I just don't have enough confidence in myself as being a draw. Rennie, I failed at humor. Apparently because I missed it. Sorry, I made it be a jerk. I just totally missed it. Keith says, I have to book vacations a year in advance, and I was not sure if I was going to be on, so I didn't plan the time off. Yeah, Keith, to a lesser extent, I got caught in the same thing. I had to plan my stand-up calendar months in advance, and it might smell like the guy coming this weekend, or not this weekend, that weekend in June that I'm opening for is like honestly one of my best friends, and I've never in comedy, and we've never gotten to work together, so it's really cool to be opening for him, and I know he'll sell out. He's from here, but he lives in Canada now. He's very, very funny. He sells out shows, and I really like him. I know it'll be a lot of fun, and I just wanted to. It's a good way to get my feet back in doing half hours again. I've been able to go to open mics and stuff, but this will be my first time being able to do like a whole full half hour. Free State Fellow says, chat Hive Mind, need a recommendation. Going to be cutting a lot of cardboard this summer, and a fair amount. It's going to be near kids, 10 to 16, looking for a shorter blade but full handle. I am in a rare state, Free State Fellow, going to recommend the Spyderco Para 3 in Maximet, because it holds up really well, cutting cardboard and stuff. It's very unintimidating. It's very small. Has a small blade. Very comfortable handle. I'm gonna in a rare instance recommend a Spyderco Para 3 in the Maximet, or the S110V. Would not be bad either, but I would say Para 3 Maximet. That Maximet's just stupid. It lasts so long. Or a Native 5 Maximet, another good choice as well. Maybe even the Native 5 Maximet might even be better because it has a backlock. It's super unintimidating, but I do own a Para 3 Maximet. That's a PM2 Maximet. But yeah, I still don't like the way they look. I still don't like the fact that I feel you must put a different pocket clip on it. But it's a very, 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 very good knife. Just bought a Luna Boost, might be good for the job. Yeah, the N690 doesn't last as long though. Cutting cardboard, people always say like all you do is cut cardboard. Cutting cardboard's really hard on edge retention. I think a lot of people don't understand that. Just because you cut through it easily, cardboard is very abrasive. It does. If you're cutting long lengths of cardboard, you can wear out a blade pretty darn quick. But yeah, native 5 Maximet or Para 3 Maximet would be my recommendation. And that is the first time I think I've ever recommended a Para 3 to somebody. Sage Maximet is also very unintimidating. It's a little bigger though. Not much, I guess. Yeah, it's about the same size. The Sage 1 Maximet's not a bad shout either. Mannix Maximet. Yeah, that's a big one though. I don't think he's talking about being around kids and stuff and wanting a smaller blade. I don't think I'd want a big old Mannix 2. Michael Morgan, what about the Sandrin Torino? I mean, I don't know about that knife. Like, I'm very intrigued by that steel, but the Sandrin Torino looks like it was machined from a distance. I don't know how else to describe the finishing on that thing. It just is not attractive. No Mojo, I vote lightsaber. The kids would like that. They think that was very fun. He says in my home ed classes we always had separate shears for cutting cloth and cutting paper because of how abrasive paper products. Yep, my mother would always yell at me if I used her expensive Fiskars shears she used for sewing to cut paper. Kevin Campbell says the blade on that Torino sounds stupid to sharpen too. Yeah, it's very difficult to sharpen, but you never have to. It holds an edge for just a ridiculous amount of time. Knife of Collector says, I'm stealing machine from a distance. I say from a distance for a lot of things. If something just looks bad, I just say it was done from a distance. Pocket dump. Oh, we're over 110. Yeah, I didn't even notice. So we're over 100. Today I had the Spidey Chef. And I didn't even take a picture. I carried it and grabbed it first because I was loaning it to Bennett, who's on here, who I convinced to buy Hinder, by the way. But I loaned it to Bennett, and I got it back, and I've had it in my pocket ever since. And today was Spyderco Sunday. I was going to take a picture, and I just didn't. I've been so damn busy today. So what's everybody else got in their pockets? Fair Forge Stinger. Mini Micartamorph. I have one of those. That is a great freaking knife, Andy. Hinder Jurassic, Ryan. I'm getting one of those very soon, hopefully. Forget I said that. Sage 5, Spencer 31, Spence 31, Jumbo, Kaiser Doming, Small Sebenza. Man, a lot of Sebenza 31s on here. SOCOM Elite, Chap Lightweight, Protect Malibu. I haven't done anything with it. But you still had it in your pocket. It still counts. S45 EM Para 3, Rat 2 D2, Benchmade 940, Drift and G10. I like to look at that one a lot. Pieces of Italos in front of me. Does that count? Yeah, it counts. 8015 Light, Kaiser VLK, Shiro, Neon NL Sunday. Yeah, I need a Shiro. I had funds I thought all kind of half planned out what I was going to do, but then I bought 2 iPhones today. Not both for me, but one for me, one for my wife. So that took some of the Shiro funding. Fox Knives Baby Core, Giant Mouse Sonoma, QSP Penguin, very cool. DLT Capara. Smock with Cerberus micarta scales. I'm interested to try those Cerberus scales. Skiff Drifter and a tasty IPA. Good on you, Kane. I don't know, I'll go back to IPA someday, but I just got really tired of them. The DLT Capara, that's a very cool one. Or a Svivi Imperium and a Kaiser Vit Lund, both front. The Vit Lund was cool. David Garrett, did you get the purple iPhone? No, I got the Pro Max. The purple was not an option, but I wouldn't have anyway because it's kind of like a lavender more than a purple. I got the gray. My wife got the blue. Evan B123, IPAs are king. I loved IPAs too, and then I joined a beer snob group, and I spent 2 years of my life drinking nothing but IPAs at various craft. We have 20-some craft breweries around here, so. Hellcat 438 waiting for the iPhone 13. Well, my wife was still on an iPhone 8, and she did not want a new phone because she didn't want to give up her button. but the battery was becoming an issue. So she had to get a new one, and I want the new camera, so I got the new one. And I know people at Apple, and the 13, probably the camera's not going to change. So that's the main thing I want is the camera. I don't care if they change the processor and stuff on the 13. That doesn't matter to me. I just want the better camera, and it looks like the 13 is going to have the exact same camera. So Mr. Ruby says, what state are you in? I'm in Rochester, New York. Yeah, I think we have 23 breweries around here now in Monroe County and the surrounding counties. I like Bell's beer. It's Michigan. Bell's is very good. I like Bell's very, very much. Michigan has some good ones. I like Founders a lot. Not as much as I used to. They got big. Okay, on my iPhone 8 II, my whole glass back is cracked. I've seen some leaks be better. Yeah, she was her battery was just getting so bad. So Two Hearted Baby. Susan B. Brewing. Brewing's in Rochester. No, Two Hearted beer is very good as well. 6 to 10 around Albany. Yeah, we have a ton in Rochester. Bell's Two Hearted has been my favorite IPA the past 7 years. I do like Bell's Two Hearted a lot. I think I like it because it's an IPA that doesn't really taste that much like IPA. BD Swaim S9 Plus going strong gates. I've been with iPhone since the OG. There's no way I could switch. Everybody says you always get it occasionally, less than you used to, but I think most people realize now iPhones are pretty good. But when you say, I got a new iPhone, oh, you should have gotten a Samsung, whatever. I'm like, dude, I've been with iPhone since the original. You know what it would take for me to switch over now? How much money I have invested in apps alone? It would be ridiculous. I'm not going to learn a whole new thing. I have Apple computers. I'm Apple. That's the way it is. I'm 46 years old. I'm not changing. I'm done. I'm an Apple guy. That's it. That's it. Connor Mitchell, brand rivalries are just so ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I've never had an iPhone do like when I wanted to do something, it just wouldn't do it. I know that I will fully admit a lot of the Android phones can do things that iPhones can't do, but all the stuff that they add on is just extra crap that I would never do. So I don't need all that stuff. Yeah, they do cool stuff, but I'm like, I'm never going to do that. So I really don't care. Bennett Wilcox. That's why America uses the metric system. It's very good. Yeah. Yep. BD Swain, I'm Samsung. Wife is iPhone. We get along well. You know, BD, then there is a little conflict in the Middle East I think you should go over and settle. Because if you can settle that in your home, you may be the best person suited for the job. There's a certain little Benny Netanyahu and whoever's the head of the PLO now that I think you should probably get on a three-way call with. Ryan Gilbert says Android users carry Gerbers. No other comment. Apple. Yeah. The Samsung owner pairs it with a Shiro. Yeah, I mean, I would never even know how to begin with one. Like, and that happened to my buddy. This is just an anecdotal story, and a very good friend of mine, and he's another comedian and does a lot of online content. And he switched. I believe it was when the 10 came out, the iPhone 10. I think it was when the 10 came out. Yeah, because he got an XS Max before I did. That's what you were watching this on right now is an XS Max. He had an 8, and when he went to go to the SX Max, he got the mother of all, Samsung whatevers. And he had it for 3 days, and he took it back because he was just like, I know it can do more than the iPhone, but I can't figure out how to make it do it. Bennett Wilcox, BlackBerry or GTFO. I had Blackberries. I've had the iPhone since the original, but I had Blackberries that overlapped because when I worked for Wired, I had two phones. So it was I'd have like a Blackberry and an iPhone, or a Palm and an iPhone, or whatever. Free State Fellow. Ooh, video idea. Do a video on beer and knife pairings. Maybe. Sounds like a good way to demonetization, but if I don't monetize it, maybe. Knife Nerd says, there is no right phone, only the right phone for you. Very sage advice, Knife Nerd. Very sage advice. Um, Has ever run into a banjo type personality? Oh, banja. I don't even know what that means, Rennie, so I have no clue what a banja type person or banya. I don't know what that is. Car and knife pairings. I could do that. Ranch on iPhone, ranch on nothing. Puppy Haskins, I don't have a phone. Well, it's because you're not old enough to agree to the terms of service for most stuff. Like left phones. Kenny Banya from Seinfeld. Oh yeah, of course. Hacks, like general hacks. Oh yeah, of course. There's hacks galore, especially when you're coming up. You don't get to choose who you work with, and you wind up opening for total complete hacks. And the most frustrating thing is when you go up and you think you did really well, and you're telling what you think are your really smart, well-crafted jokes, and you do well in the middle of nowhere, upstate New York, in front of a crowd that you thought you'd bomb in front of, and then you do really well, and you're quite proud of yourself, and then you watch some hack go up there for 45 minutes and destroy and has nothing. Just with the most lowest common denominator, terrible jokes. Oh, that's soul crushing. Just to know that, like, you worked really hard and you didn't do any better than him, who did not work hard at all. I hate it. Hate it. Fingerprint heaven on that ProTech. Yeah, except for I don't leave fingerprints very much, but it is. Oh, we got to talk more about this. This is a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous thing. I do love it so very much. And I don't need an automatic this small, but you bet I'm keeping this for a long time. It'll probably always look like this because my hands don't sweat, so it won't patina. But yeah, this bronze aluminum's pretty cool stuff. I guess they're going to be using it on some other knives as well in special editions. But that fellow there is because you're a vampire, Brian. Well, I'm dead inside. I don't know if I'm a vampire, but yeah, this is so gorgeous. And it's really comfortable in the hand too for being so, because it is chunky, but it isn't. Like, look at, like, I thought too, like, you think, oh, it's really thick, but you hold it next to like an Elementum, it's about the same. It just, because it's so small, it feels really chunky and thick. Zach stuff says ProTech is popping. Saw their post about the bronze aluminum slice day's nice one. Yeah, I was really quite. They said they wanted to send me one, and I'm like, yeah, all right, and didn't really pay much attention to it. And then I got it, and I opened the box, and I was like, holy crap. Hellcat says CVV needs more purple. They're doing more purple than anybody else, so they're the purplest. Bennett Wilcox says waiting on transparent aluminum. What do they call it in Star Wars? Transparasteel is transparent aluminum. That's what transparasteel is in the Star Wars universe. It's, well, transparent steel, but it's aluminum. And then they did it for Star Trek too, right? Didn't they have transparent aluminum when they transported the whale, right? It was transparent aluminum, wasn't it? Wait, does ProTech normally use hex screws? Yes. They do. On most of them. The whales. Yeah, the whale. They had to make transparent aluminum, right? And then they had to like remove everything. But transparasteel in Star Wars, it has been established in canon that is primarily made of aluminum. I don't know. There'll be whales here. Computer. That was the thing I remember the most about that movie is him just saying computer over and over again. Computer? Yeah. Oh, keyboard. How quaint. R.I.P. that actor. I don't remember his name right now, but I know he passed away, didn't he? I'm sorry if I've condemned him to death, but I'm pretty sure he passed away. Scotty talked in the mouse and then had to type it in. Yeah. I named my voice prompt computer. That's very good. I should change my Siri to that. I wonder if you're allowed to do that. Can you change it from Siri? James Dewan, yeah. He did die, right? I didn't falsely kill someone. You catch Skelton's comments about 80-20 on MC's show. Interesting how a gap between knife and blade handle closed up can turn so many people off to knife design. No, I didn't. I wasn't on MC's show. But if you're just that wound up about... Is he talking about that? Yeah. Welcome to every freaking Cold Steel ever. I've always had that. Okay. James Doohan did die. Good. I mean, I'm not glad he died. I'm just glad I wasn't wrong. Never mind. You know what I meant. Can't believe Bill Shatner's 90. Yeah, he's an old man. Call him Bill because, like, we're buddies, and I know him. Fun fact, James Doohan invented the Klingon language. Is that true? I don't know. I'm not a Trekkie. I'm a Star Trek person. Or Star Wars person. Excuse me. Tim Kinchy and many benchmates have that gap. As well, you are correct. He also scoffs at basically any knife under $300. Yeah. I get him confused. Jim, so you're talking about Jim Skelton? Was he on there? The guy who makes the custom stuff? He makes like the custom fixed blades. Now he has that thing with Riot. He makes that fixed blade thing with Riot. That warning thing. Can you hear my lack of enthusiasm? Andrew Arnold, yeah, you're glad a famous Scotsman died. You're okay with it. We just learned to cope. Well, you know, I mean, you know what I mean. I was glad that I didn't say he was dead and he wasn't dead. That's more embarrassing. So yeah, yes, Jim Scully. Yeah, I will say that I met Jim at Blade Show in 2019. He walked up and has said hello to me, and was very nice, and we had a nice conversation. I will say that Riot collab, I do not understand. I'm not a fixed blade guy, though, so I'm not the person to judge. But I said $600 was cheap. Oh, so did like MC have a guest? He had him on as like a guest or something. BD Swim, he says duck a lot. Yeah. Gotta be careful with that when you have guests on. Was he just in the chat or was it a voice thing? I saw it pop up, but I was like very, very sleepy. I had a weird thing yesterday. I had like an inner ear problem and like I was dizzy as hell all day long. It went away this morning, thank God. My ear went pop and I could stand up again, but it was really weird. Ryan Gilbert says new Star Wars series called Bad Batch on Disney Plus and Chicken. Bad Batch is pretty good. Oh, Zoom call thing. Yeah. He was asking me how to set that up to do it on the live show. Or was it the live show? Or no, it wasn't the live show then if you rated 18 plus. I thought you guys were saying it was like the live show. I'm seeing it rate 18 plus because of the language. Hellcat 438. Thoughts on The Mandalorian. Best thing to ever happen to Star Wars since the original trilogy. It's called Vertigo. It wasn't quite as far as Vertigo. Like, I wasn't going to fall over. Just, I was laying on the floor playing with a cat, and I stood up, and I got kind of a head rush, and it just never went away. Oh, crud! Need to watch this week's Bad Batch Knife Nerd. It's another slow one, but it's still a good show. It's still a good show. Sure, blame the cat, Tom Kinchy. I've been trying so much to get this cat to love me. Like my other cat's great. The boy cat, he's just the sweetest little boy. He likes me and my wife equally. He's just a cool dude. I love him to tiny little pieces. The other one, the little girl, I don't know what's up with her. Like, she has certain rooms she's affectionate in and not in other ones. And yeah, it's just, she's a weird cat. And she came in the living room, which she never comes in the living room. And she like laid down on the floor and was looking at me. So I tried to lay down next to her and play with her. And then I got up and paid for my transgression. Knife says I like eat. So yeah, Bad Batch is pretty good. It's just not as like super exciting. Dave, I've cats are evil and suck myself. No, I like cats. I am a cat fan. Manny Z happens when you be 46. Yeah, I just got something went pop in my ear and I was all dizzy and discombobulated. Okay, from Brian or others in chat, anyone get measures around 2.25 inches under $100? Don't care about steel or manual assisted. New York was 2.25s. I mean, I don't keep many around anymore like that. Uh, I still think my favorite in that is it 2.25. It might be a little more than that. The Little Native is still my favorite. Spyderco Little Native is still my favorite in that size though. For sure. It's going to take a lot to dethrone the Little Native. Do you think frame lock is good for lefties? It's not the worst, Daniel. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's the worst. Have you looked at the new Kaiser October? I've seen a bunch of the new Kaisers I like the looks of. I think that was one of them. I can't keep them all straight. They've come out with a whole bunch, which is good because they had been kind of lax lately, and it's kind of cool to see they come out with so many new ones. When is S90 Little Native dropping? I have no clue. I actually have zero contact with Spyderco. That is probably one of the major brands that I just do not have a contact with at all. Fair and Forge Mini Arch, it's a good one. Just put up this VV Dogma in satin with a black G10. Feels like a super gen sniper. But yeah, the blade grind on the Dogmas are really nice. V Swam Eric smokes a lot of color. I mean, I every time I see them, they're really, really nice. But Psy passed on, right? I don't think so. Morton Soren says, "Are you guys drinking and playing with knives again?" Yeah, we built a whole show around it. I got a Talos last week, pulled it apart within a day. Like holding Lego blocks. I don't remember that being particularly hard to take apart back together. I'll preach the Little Native lockback until I get a steel upgrade. Knife full of eclectic says. Busker is my favorite 2.5 inch. Busker is very nice. A lot of money for a 2.5 inch knife, though. Fox Asanzo. I didn't love that puppy. I didn't love that. I don't remember like hating it or anything, but I don't remember really particularly enjoying it. New Magna Cut from Knife Steel Nerds looks awesome. Have you looked at it? I've looked at the like stats and stuff, Daniel, as much as I know, and I mean it looks cool, but it'll probably be a while before I ever get get my hands on one. I like the sound the Asanzo makes. I don't remember enough about that. I mean, I know I did a video. I think I did it in one of my rapid fire reviews things. I think it was maybe in the first one. Thank you very much, Daniel, and 10 Canadian dollars for a hippo and a spinning chair. I'm sitting in a very similar office chair to that. I'm not quite hippo fat, but thank you very much. Appreciate it. 10 Canadian dollars. So that's like what? A Coke or something in America? No, I know. It's not that far off. I'm drinking a Bass Ale tonight, TPK. Is that runt blade shape going to be a production piece in aluminum? Yes, it is. It's going to be this reverse, or this is the reverse Tonto. This is Knife Junkie's favorite blade shape, by the way, or in a Warncliffe. So it's kind of the same thing as what they do with the Malibu, the same two blade shapes. Hellcat, 10 Canadian is around a bit over 8. Yeah, I knew it was about that, but it's an easy joke to make. And I'm a lazy, lazy man. What other knives do you guys want to see you've seen on the channel lately? I haven't changed knives out at all tonight, so what do you guys want to see? And I'll pull some more stuff out. I am going to, I apologize if the noise gets louder, but turn my fan up a little bit. Sorry if you're seeing, let me know if that fan's too loud, but I'm a sweaty boy. The stitch, of course, you're gonna ask for that. You just sent me that. You already know what it looks like. The shadow. Where did I put the shadow? I just had it in my pocket the other day. We're gonna make some efforts here. I'm efforting. We'll put this abomination off to the side. Nobody seems to care about that. That video's gonna do really well. We'll leave this out because it's gorgeous. We'll leave that out. The stitch. I did see PLR 3. I have that around here. Bennett Wilcox says X18 skinny no oil. You have that, you silly. You know that. You're just being a big silly. I loaned Bennett. Congratulate Bennett on getting his first Hinderer. I loaned him some and corrupted him. I'm just going to flat out admit I have no clue where my shadow is. It was in my pocket the other day. Like Thursday. Fairly good chance it's sitting on my nightstand, so I can't pull the shadow out. But a Manix 2. You still have a Manix 2 lightweight. I mean, has he got any nice knives? I think I have a few. Got an 03 away. I don't have that. Combat Troodon. I can do that. We'll bring out the Hellhound. That's always a crowd pleaser. God, now you guys have me wondering where the heck my... Yeah, me wondering where the heck my shadow is. Like Peter Pan. I'm like Peter Pan and can't find my shadow. That's the most wholesome joke I've ever made in my life, and it makes me sick to my stomach. Arcform Slimfoot Auto. Well, I don't have one. PLR 3 is much larger than I thought. Yeah, it's a 3-inch blade, hence the catchy name. But I love this thing. I've been grabbing this thing a whole lot, I will say. Hellhound is sick. It is. It's ridiculous. The ridiculous Microtechs are pretty cool. I like ridiculous Microtechs. My 3 probably most ridiculous knives I own are Microtechs. These 2 and the SOCOM Elite. ETX80 Bennett, you're a very funny man, but now you're just abusing your privileges being my friend who lives down the street. Asking harassing questions. I was throwing that one too. Even though I fully admit it's basically a hopped up PLR 3, I still want a Fox Diaru knife collector. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Oh, Hellhound, did it come with a pinhead? It did not. No, much. Oof, I really want a manual SOCOM. I have one. Hellcat 438, tell a terrible joke. Never ask a comedian to tell a joke of any kind. That's not how it works. Theo Lord got an Anthem. I do not anymore. I own 2, but I do not have them anymore. A little typo. UTX 70? I got one of those. I can bring that out. The tiny little thing. I need to get the tool so I can remove the pocket clip on this, because it's kind of pointless to have a pocket clip on a knife this small. What are the screw heads? Oh, you mean these? You have to get a tool for it, but they sell one for it now. 138 Vicious, I thought you were going to keep the Benchmade Anthem this time around. Yeah, so did I. Sometimes life just doesn't work out that way. Hello, Austin. What's up? I'm just here doing this here show. Wow, everything is really off-center. What am I doing? What am I doing? This is my second beer of the day, but my first one was at noon, so I don't think it counts. I did have a beer with lunch because it's Saturday, dang it. And F1 was very frustrating to me today. After Formula 1 was over and I made lunch, I had to get a beer. So Ferrari got on the pole, and then couldn't start because the car was broken. Ryan Gilbert ended up keeping both the Nkosi and the 31 for now, yes. For the planned future, yes. But we will see. Knife collected. Why do you have to say gearbox? Because everybody else was saying gearbox, and I didn't say it until they showed us that it was going to. Did you sell your shadow? No, I just don't know where it is. I carried it the other day, and I placed it somewhere. It's not in the usual spot. Like, I have this tray next to my desk where knives pile up until I put them away. And I thought for sure it was in there. But alas, it is not. Oh, wait, is that it? No. I don't know where it is. It's probably down by my desk, or but down by my bed. TBS, I get stressed out by not knowing where your shadow is. Keep us updated on this nightstand situation. I'm sure it's around here. I just had it just the other day. I carried it, and then I was going to use it for a long-term update and realized I already did a long-term update on it, and I put it away somewhere, and I don't know. I don't know. Dave F. Monaco's horrible for actual racing. Felt bad for Leclerc. Yeah, the poor guy. He lives right there. Like, he went back to his apartment for, like, an hour during the race. He didn't start, did a bunch of interviews, went back to his apartment, changed his clothes, took a shower, got something to eat, came back for the end. Thought that was really funny. Zach stuff, feel free to send me that shadow for safekeeping. I have loaned it out before. BD Swain, what year did NASCAR and F1? So F1's way older. F1's been around forever. It was called the World Championship before it was called Formula One, but Shadow's off doing shadow stuff. Yeah. I'm really annoyed now. Huh. It's not that I think I lost it. It's just that I thought I knew exactly where it was, and then it wasn't there. You know that feeling? When you know where something is, and then you go grab it, and it's not there? I blame Keith, and I just knocked my mouse off. His whole night's going to hell in a handbasket. Drives after something snapped. Yeah, what was really funny is they came out and said now what happened to Leclerc's car. This will be the last we talk about Formula One. Wasn't even related to the accident. They came out tonight and said it was just something that broke and they didn't even look at. Like, they totally could have fixed it the night before, but they were so focused on the accident damage they didn't even look at it. It had nothing to do with the accident. I mean, probably had something to do with the accident, but it wasn't like the main damage. They were just so busy fixing the damage they didn't notice it. Monaco is very historic, and I love Monaco. Dan Brock, how many beers you had? Just 2 today, and this is my second, and the first one was at noon. I took a nap in between, so that doesn't count. That resets the beer counter, right? This is not the shadow you were looking for. I just used the Jedi mind trick to make you forget where you put the shadow. I'm just going to sit here and be bothered about the location of my shadow. Do you can ever consider throwing skiff bearings in your non-flipper XM? Difference is significant. I don't see how it could be significant, Deacon. I don't mean to like poo-poo on all the skiff bearing hinderer people, but how much more drop shutty can it possibly be, and why does it need to be more? That's what I don't understand. Because it's like, here, let me grab it. I mean, at what point is that not enough? You know what I mean? Like, I think if you just let the stock bearings break in for a long time, you don't need the skiffs. I mean, that's not enough for you? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get they're not expensive, so it's not an expensive upgrade. It's not like you're wasting money. I just don't see the need. But may have sticky factory bearings, or you just gotta wait for it to break in. A lot of bearing knives take a long time to break in. So, and like my another one people are doing it to a lot is the. See, I can find every other damn knife I own except that Shadow. They're doing it to this a lot too, and it's like, what? Why do you need more than that? I mean, it's centered and everything. Like, not like I'm running it loose. You're not using unicorn fart bearings? No, I'm not. Thank you guys, everybody who've bought my unicorn fart mugs too. I really do very much appreciate that. That's been really cool. Those have sold way more than I expected. 51 artwork on the scale. No, it's technically well, it's a Warhog, so they're calling this. It's from the A10, and I was, or the P40 Warhawk from the Second World War, but I was actually in the 23rd Fighter Wing. We had A10s, and they did that. So, Bennett Wilcox, what are tactical peanuts? The really cool. It's our stupid name for the awesome edible little foam peanuts that come in your stuff. A10's a favorite aircraft. They were great. I really liked A10s because they made me not do much work because they never had major accidents, so I never had to write reports, and it was really cool. Warhogs say burr, yep, and then stuff just disappears. But actually, I got this scale with a different XM18 as a gift from a viewer, and I did say, hey, can I sell this regular plain old XM18 and get this one and put on it? Because you gave it to me, and I don't want to just... But, yeah, so this scale I will never get rid of. And probably this whole package now is perfect. I'll never get rid of it. But it's got a little A10 looking round on it, too. Those are all DLT exclusive parts. All the A10 looking parts. Freedom Van, I've got a car suggestion question when it's time. Go ahead, Freedom Van. It's after 9. We talk about stupidity now. Zach Stuff, Perfect Package, which was my nickname in high school. Maybe. It's Fullered Spear. Yeah, it's a non-flipper Fullered Spear. Kevin Campbell, I have a shot glass from an A10 shell. So do I. I've got one of those. Okay, should I finish fixing up my 03 G35 Coupe 6-speed or sell it to save up for a first-gen Cayman S? Ooh. The G35 Coupe in a 6-speed is pretty cool because it's a manual. Cayman S would be even better. And right now, everybody wants manuals. Collector car market's really high. There's no better time to sell your G35. If you're saying fixing up, though, if it's in good runner condition, I'd sell. You're never going to get more money for a G35 6-speed manual than you are right now. Andrew O'Loughlin, is there unicorn sharp mug in the mix? No. So please tell me what the knife is third from the left. The one we were just talking about, the XM18, or this is an XM18 non-flipper Fullered Spear. That is a ProTech Runt 5. It's the Blade Show exclusive one. What happened to Seth? Yeah, he's getting ready for Blade Show, and I just didn't bother to nail down the time and stuff this week. I've been very busy this week as well, so it's not Seth's fault. I've been very busy this week, so I can't talk about why. It's not channel related, it's life related, and when I'm allowed to tell you all, I will tell you all. But I'm doing something very, 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 very exciting this week, but I can't talk about it yet. Dan Brock, Slicey, you ever ride single speed? Yeah, I've owned a couple of them. I used to race single speed mountain bikes. I hated it. Hated it. But I did race single speed mountain bikes with them. Can you show off your bounty hunter? Sure. I'm going to put another Microtech away, though, because I don't want it just to be like the Microtech table. It often winds up that way, though. Here's the bounty hunter. Well, it's totally the sword video that's the exciting thing. No, it's not that. Any update on the website? As soon as freaking WordPress can make it work, I don't know why it's not working. I'm at the point now where I have no clue why it's not working. They transferred my URL over, but it's not. If you type it up right now, it comes up like that nobody owns the site. I own it. It should be pointing at WordPress. It is not. I don't freaking know what's going on. I'm totally pissed off right now, and I don't know even who to be mad at because I don't know why it's not working. I don't know if I did something wrong. I don't know if they did something wrong. It's extremely frustrating, Jeremy. But thank you for asking. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, you should be asking, but it's just I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with it. There's a whole bunch of stuff, content on there and everything. It's all ready to go, and don't know why it's not switching over. Getting blonde highlights? No, not again. My son thinks I had blonde highlights. I did not. I used to have blonde hair, and I let it grow out. So it appeared that I had blonde highlights, but I never did. TPK, yeah, WordPress sucks. I've always had great luck with WordPress. This is the first time I've had a problem with them. This is the first time I've started a site from scratch, though, and I think I just don't get it. I transferred the hosting to them, and it's just not going over there. Squarespace won't do what I want it to do, Bennett, or I would have done it. Slicey feeling spicy. Just that one subject. Most of my life is going pretty good, but getting that freaking website up is not. Is it the Bounty Hunter because it's Boba Fett colors? Yes, Knife Nerd. Very astute of you. Yeah, it's got the Mythosaurus skull and everything on. I can't believe that they are allowed to do it. Sounds like DNS issues. Nope, DNS is pointing to the right thing, but once it gets to the DNS, it's not pointing to my site. TPK, what is Squarespace? What doesn't Squarespace... The ads. The way I want to do the ads. Can't do the plugin the way I want. Caleb Towns, is that Runt 5 heavy? It's heavy for a knife this size, but it's not overall heavy. I did weight it in the video. It's like 3.5 ounces, something like that. Yeah, if I can't do ads, there's no point in doing the site. So I gotta have an ad software I can manage. I wonder if Microtech is going to do another run of the Ultratech Bounty Hunter and UTEX 85. Oh, I'm sure they will, Knife Not. They pump these out pretty regularly. Usually like once a year, there's a run of Bounty Hunters. There has been for at least like the last 2 or 3 years, maybe? Someone tell me how much teal Boba Fett had. It's not teal. It's much more of a green in person. And there is green on his armor. If you see him on The Mandalorian in the last episode, it looks very dark green because he repainted it, because he cleaned it up. But in person, these do not look very tealy. Just camera doesn't display it correctly. That's why I'm asking about the name servers. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody asks me technical stuff about websites, and I get frustrated because I don't know. I just do the thing, and it's a web interface, and I don't know anything what's going on in the back end. I don't know. So I gotta talk to them and figure out what's going on. I don't know a lot about back server stuff. Don't want to. That's why I use services like that. And once they're up and running, they work great. But get them up and running, they're pain in the butt. Connor Mitchell, any interesting watches lately? No. I have one off to get repaired, which I'm very nervous about. I'm going to find out in the next couple days how much that's going to cost me. Actually, it's not going to cost me anything. The guy I bought it from, he's going to pay to get it fixed. And he's a good friend of mine. But, yeah, I had one break. Not DG. Is Kenny Omega better than CM Punk? Yes. Knife Nerd, seriously, and I know you're trying to help, but WordPress is my domain registrar now. That's what I transferred over. I know you're trying to help, but that's who I'm trying to talk to. Kenny Omega is definitely a better human than CM Punk. So... Yeah, I transferred. I used another registrar. I transferred the domain over for them to be my registrar to make things go well, and now it's just still not working. So Jericho or Jimmy Snuka. Jericho's the best there ever was, best there ever will be. So Jericho. And last I knew, as far as we know currently, as of the 23rd of May, Chris Jericho has never murdered anyone. So I'm gonna have to say Chris Jericho is better than Jimmy Snuka, because Jimmy Snuka totally killed that lady. I don't mean to have hot takes here, but what knife would Bond carry? A Microtech of some kind, I'm sure. They would have got the movie tie-in. Microtech of some kind. Kevin Campbell, no, Stone Cold will be top dog. No, Stone Cold was one character his whole career. Once he got to be famous, he was one character. Jericho has been like 6 characters that have gotten over at least 90% as much as Stone Cold's one character ever did. That is why Jericho is the best. Jock's nice. As a child, I did the walls of Jericho to a friend and broke 6 ribs. Macho Man! I always hear Macho Man's voice when it's in the knife world. I don't know. In my daily life, I don't say this very much, but you guys do it to me. Lots of people do, and it's fine. It's not like it offends me or anything. But you end sentences with brother. Like, oh, good job, brother. I always will hear Macho Man Randy Savage. If you type, hey, brother, I hear Macho Man, just so you know. I'm reading the whole rest of your email or your message in Macho Man voice. And it's funny you should mention the Slim Jim, because this is my snack for after the show. I have a huge Slim Jim sitting here waiting for me. Now let me tell you something, brother. Yeah, Hulk or Hogan, one or the other, but Macho Man's not as racist, so I prefer to hear Macho Man's voice than Hogan. So they used it equally. The brother thing between Macho Man and Hogan was pretty equal, and I hate Hulk Hogan and I love Macho Man, so I'm going to say it's equal. I'm going to say Macho and Hulk used brother equally. Go back and watch. I think they were equal usages of the brother. Especially they were together when they were the power or whatever. What do they call it when they were the tag team? What was the name of that? Adam Ball Adam Ball. Are we related? Making an appearance at Blade Show. No, I already just explained all that. No, I'm not. I'm doing the stand-up show that weekend. How good was Cactus Jack? Yeah, he was pretty good. Yeah, Slim Jims are life. Yeah, they're great. NWO was cool for the first year, and then they got to be just ridiculous. Captain Lou Albano ever wrestler, just tape rubber? I think he wrestled a few matches, but he was primarily a manager. That's what he's known for. Sako. See you later, TPK. Nice to see you. Oh, I meant to tell you something funny about this, because somebody suggested I send this to you to have you put your patina on, and I said it'd probably get lost in between the devices that you use for patinaing. In 6th grade, my buddy did a figure 4 leg lock on his little sister, goofy around wrestling, and broke her hip. Jesus, Scott. I had a buddy who would choke you out. You'd just be walking down the hallway in school, and you would just wake up, and there would be books everywhere, and you'd be like, damn it, Eddie. He would do it all the time. He would just knock people out. He'd just walk up and he was really good at it. He'd just walk up and put you in a chokehold, and you were out in 5 seconds, and you didn't know what happened. Not DG, X-Pac or Billy Gunn? Oh, Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn was awesome. Nick Martino, what are your thoughts on concept designs so far this year? They've got some really good ones. They have some that aren't so good, but they have a lot that are really, really awesome. I have 3 more of them coming this week. I really like the. I think concept is. I'm picking up what they're putting down, as I say. Kiefer says Iron Sheik. Iron Sheik's best legacy is that he has the best Twitter account in all of history. Eddie Eddie sounds like a dick. He was, but he went to prison. He wound up killing a guy, accidentally. Austin Gunn or Dominic Mysterio? Austin Gunn. Kane or Undertaker? Taker. Freedom Van, favorite car YouTube channel? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a really good question. I've watched so many of them. It's an obscure one, and he doesn't do that much comment, but Big Car. It's a channel called Big Car. It's a very scholarly British gentleman, and he takes usually British or European cars and just gives you the whole history of it from the development of the car till the time they stop making it. It is very old manny, but it's very good. Other than that, Doug DeMuro. I hate Whistling Diesel. I can't stand his content, Jackson. I just want to smack him. Been keeping the car track at all? Yes, I watched all that. It's very good. Hoovie's Garage. No, I'm gonna edit from Doug DeMuro. It'd be Big Car, Hoovie's Garage, Doug DeMuro. What's your favorite not DG on YouTube? I only know one. Jay Leno's guys. Yeah, let's look at my Steam car. And we'll come over here and I'll show you what we're working on. I got the guys just working on Sting and. I don't like Jay Leno. No, Jock Snipes. I don't like Whistling Diesel because he harasses every other YouTuber. He's a punk. He is a punk. Rise and Grind with Duke. It's not a nice Jay Leno. It's intentionally bad. Because I hate Jay Leno. I will admit, I watch every episode of his car show on YouTube because he does have cool cars in there sometimes. I don't watch the motorcycle ones, but if it's a car, I watch it. But I don't like him. Deacon Bill Burr fan at all? Yeah, I'm a human. You have to be. You're a fan of Doug and Hoovie, but not Whistling Diesel. I knew it was recently. I don't like people who just like destroy stuff and everything. It's like I used to like Street Speed 717, and then he went through that whole thing destroying that new Ram T-Rex, and I'm like, I'm done. I don't need to watch this guy anymore. Once he started just destroying a $100,000 truck for views, I was like, I'm not watching that anymore. Oh, the Piper movies are terrible. The Roddy Piper movies, anything he was in, were all awful. Wait, is there a reason you don't like Leno? Yeah, he screwed over Conan. He screwed over Letterman. He's a terrible person. And everybody thinks he's like, America's weird uncle. And he's an awful human being. I think everyone in the comedy industry hates Jay Leno. Rabbit's Used Cars is not bad. That's not bad. It's getting a bit repetitive. But I really liked it for a while. Yeah, the ProTech Runt and Black Limit should be out end of the summer. Leno seems like an awkward man in every way. It makes me uncomfortable, yeah. Driver 61 channel, don't know what that is. I like Daily Driven Exotics, too. That one's pretty good. For, like, vlog content, that's pretty entertaining. I used to not like them because they modify everything, but I don't know. I think they're getting more tasteful in their modifications, so I don't mind as much now. I hope there's no butter flavor in that vape. Nope, just regular, plain old nicotine. That's all we're technically allowed to buy in New York. I've been on a restoration YouTube binge, just watched guy restore an N64. My son is doing that right now, actually. Right now, he's in his room soldering away on a N64. Carfection is pretty good. Carfection is beautiful. Everything's better with a Liberty Wildcat. I highly disagree with that, Knife Eclectic. I don't like those, but I like some of this stuff. Knife Campbell, he should record it. He might be. I don't know. He does Twitch and stuff, so he might be. Come on, They Live. I've never seen that. But we're going to wrap stuff up here just a few minutes early because I just got the 5% battery warning on my phone, which is kind of surprising because but it's because I have my fancy mic plugged in. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this evening. I definitely did. And we'll be back next week, probably still not with a guest because everybody's really going to be getting ready for Blade Show. Hopefully I'll have like some Blade Show preview-y kind of stuff. I'm hoping to have another couple more coming in. But yeah. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I've been Brian. Have a good one.